Y'all, I just left the movie theater from seeing The Invisible Man. Listen, this movie is phenomenal. It's fantastic. I recommend everybody that's interested in horror or suspense films to go check this film out immediately. Quick story, y'all. I wasn't even really gonna go see this film. It was spur of the moment type of situation. I'm getting off work. I'm living in Chicago, Illinois. Me and my lady, we working downtown. We like, hey, let's go hit up AMC. Let's see a movie. I asked her what she wants to go see. She says, let's go see The Invisible Man. Now, mind y'all, I seen the previews of the trailers for the film, and I'm like, okay, it look interesting. It look like it's gonna be cool. I wasn't like, oh my God, super duper excited for the film like I am for the new Candyman. But I'm like, let's go see it. Let's check it out. It looks like it will be interesting. Now, when I'm checking out the trailer, I'm thinking this is along the same vein as the Hollow Man. They had Kevin Bacon in it, so I'm expecting the same type of film or whatever. Man, listen, y'all. And when I was watching the trailer, I'm thinking in my head, how are they gonna sell this movie as like a horror or suspense? How is it gonna hit us or impact us when the protagonist is invisible? Like, how can it make us hit us in our hearts or we just feel it like this? When I tell y'all this movie had me on the edge of my seat the entire time I'm watching it, had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. And it's a long film, but it's dope. Like, the way the whole plot comes out. Okay, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm gonna tell the plot and everything. So this young woman by the name of Cecilia, played by Elizabeth Moss, she's with the guy, his name is Adrian. He's like this big tech guy. He's in the optics and all type of stuff he's into. He's really great with technology and everything, right? He's manipulative, he's abusive, he's controlling, he's insecure, he's a sociopath, he's everything you can ever imagine. So she goes to get away from him. She sneaks out in the middle of the night. She drugs him with this drug. She gets out of there, heads out with her sister. That he nearly catches her, breaks the window of her sister's car trying to get her. She gets away. She escapes to her friend's house, James. She's staying with James and his daughter. They're having she's trying to, I guess, get away from him. And she's trying to get away from him and she's trying to move on with her life away from him, but she is in constant fear of this man. She thinks this man, it will get her any chance he gets, and she knows what this man is capable of, evidently. So time passes, some weeks pass, and her sister comes to the house. She's like, listen, don't come to this house. He knows where you live. He'll follow you and find me. Don't do this. She said, look, calm down. We have news that he committed suicide. He's no longer with us, and they want you to come in and talk. So she finds out that he's left her a nice amount of change, $5 million to be exact, right? So she's like, okay, cool. She's accepting it, and she sees that his body, he's been cremated, because his brother is the attorney that's telling her everything and all this. The guy's brother, her ex-boyfriend's brother, is an attorney. He's explaining her everything, all the stipulations of the money. She says, cool. So she helps her friend James' daughter go to school, doing great things with it. Everything is lovely. Until strange things start to happen around the house and when she's at the house that she's at with James. Things are starting happening. Covers getting pulled off of her. She's hearing things in the house when she's in the house by herself. She's thinking, James, is that you in his house? What is going on? Time passes and she knows she's not crazy. The guy, she sees someone, like it's an invisible force. It's stepping on the cover as she's trying to pull it. And she's like, what the hell? She's screaming, James, something is crazy. Something is going on. It gets to one point where the ghost cold cocks the little girl, James's daughter. I think her name is Sid, punches her, knock the wind out of her, have her bleeding. James thinking, hey, Cecilia, you crazy. You need help. I don't know. I got to get my daughter away from you. At this point, she knows, hey, this guy has figured out how to make himself invisible. He is not dead. The guy that I'm trying to get away from, Adrian is not dead. He's trying to get me, and he has found a way to get me where I cannot see him. And let me tell y'all something. The scariest thing in the world is trying to find out, like, the scary thing in the world is somebody attacking you and you don't know where they are. You don't know where they are at all. Just imagine being blindfolded and somebody's attacking you. You can't you can't even have any type of way to respond to that because that person can hit you from any other angle. And how the hell do you explain someone attacking you and they cannot see this person? They're going to think you absolutely nuts, like you crazy, like you out your damn mind. And that's what happened in this film. She's trying to explain it to people, hey, this guy Adrian is still alive. He's attacking me. He's just, you can't see him. He's in his room right now. And she's looking like the crazy people. They be on the red line in Chicago. They be talking to themselves. She looks like she's looking like a mental health patient. Like she's out of it. Right? And so time goes along and she's still getting stalked by this invisible figure that she knows is her ex-boyfriend, Adrian. She goes to the house that they were living at. She finds out that this man has created a suit that makes him invisible, where like he can just he's invisible and he goes undetected. She figures this out. She tries to get the security stuff she tried to get all the tapes of everything. She takes it and she goes and she meets up with her sister. This is the thing too. The messed up part is this man is trying to ruin her life, trying to isolate her from everyone. He's harming the little girl and making it look like Cecilia's doing it. He's sending terrible emails from Cecilia's email address to her sister, telling her she hates her, she wish she would die, and she wish he's sending emails saying, I wish you would have died instead of Adrian, all type of stuff, making her sister just despise her. He's sabotaging her efforts to get back into architecture. He's taking her blueprints and stuff, her drawings that she's drawn. He's hiding them and everything, right? So it's crazy. So in this scene, she gets smart. The man has kept his cell phone on. Like during the time that he's attacking her, he's kept his cell phone on. So she's calling his phone and she finds out this man he got his phone and he's been in the attic chilling in that house where her and James and all of them been at the whole time. Stalking her, waiting on her every move, everything. Taking pictures of her and the girl when they sleep in the bed, all type of crazy stuff. But anyway, Cecilia goes to meet up with her sister to bring the proof to say, look, I'm not crazy. This guy's stalking me. He's alive. I'm telling y'all this is true. At the moment when they're at the dinner table, the knife goes into the air and cuts her neck. I said, oh, hell no. That was the most gruesome thing. I was like shaking in my boots, like, oh my God, this man really killed her sister and put the knife back in Cecilia's hand. Because of course they can't see that this is an invisible person doing it, making it look like Cecilia has done it. So at this point, she's horrified. She's like, oh my God, you didn't kill my sister. And now she's getting transported to this mental health institution because they think she's crazy. They think she's out of her mind, probably think she's schizophrenic or whatever. And she's looking like she is just this like mentally unstable person. But this invisible figure is attacking her. And it's like, I felt so bad for her. They made you feel so bad for Elizabeth Moss, her character, because she can't explain anything that's going on at the time. If she can, but nobody's gonna believe her, because who the hell would believe a person if your friend or your cousin or whatever came up to you, or your brother or sister said, hey, this invisible person is stalking me, my ex is stalking me, and after the person has basically been ruled dead, he's stalking me and he's invisible. Like, who the hell gonna believe that? Nobody. So at this point, I'm feeling so bad for this woman, man. And then, okay, everything goes down. She figures out how to. She stabs the air with some little pin because this is what happens. She finds out that she's pregnant. The former ex-boyfriend, Adrian, wanted her to have his baby. He wanted to control every aspect of her life. She was taking birth control pills. He figured out she was taking birth control pills and switched it with some other things. I don't know what it was that he switched it with. I don't know, something that the brother told her, right? So the brother's like, look, either we found out the brother is in on it the whole time. He said, look, all you got to do is agree to have this baby and call him and agree to be with him for the rest of your life, and everything can go back to normal. Everything will be A-okay. You gonna be fine. That's all you got to do. If you do this, you fine, right? And she said, no, I'm not doing it. She flicked the papers out. He said, okay. So she escapes. What's the guy? Adrian comes to the place. He's in his the psychiatric ward place, and attacks everybody. It kills a lot of the guards and attacks them and everything. She escapes. She figures out he's going to the house where James is, her friend James, played by Aldous Hodge. Aldous Hodge did his damn thing in here too, but Elizabeth Moss, I keep saying Moss. Elizabeth Moss was spectacular, right? She's driving to the house, she figures out, hey, Adrian's gonna go to this house, James, he's gonna go to your house to try to hurt your daughter Sid. We gotta get there before it's too late. So at this point, she's ruptured her relationship with James. James thinks she is nutty, she wacko. But he like, what the hell are you talking about? How are you even calling me? But he takes her word for it. Like, look, I'm going to just go and check on my baby because my daughter may be in danger. And true enough, she is. Right? This dude, Adrian, is basically attacking her. Right? She gets to the house. No, James gets to the house. This man almost beat James to death. And at this point, James knows that it is real. Cecilia has not been making none of this up. This is really her ex-boyfriend has found a way to become invisible to attack her and stalk her. So Cecilia comes in, she shoots in the air to where she figures Adrian is, her ex-boyfriend Adrian, because he has a suit on, he's invisible. She shoots, she figures out where he is, and then we come out, she unmasks him, and we find out it is the brother at this point. It's the brother that tried to attack her. It's the brother that tried to kill James, basically, right? But when she discovered that I'm looking like her, nah, fam, he wasn't doing this by himself. They didn't staged it to where the brother had made it look like he had kidnapped his own brother, Adrian, and had Adrian tied up in this little hidden room in a house, and he was doing everything on his own. When, in my mind, I'm thinking, nah, Adrian has something to do with this. He set up his own brother, basically, to take the fall for everything at this point, to make it seem like it was all him. And Elizabeth Moss's character, Cecilia, figures this out. So she said, you know what? I'm gonna call this guy. She tells James, ain't nothing. It is crazy too. Cause James is looking at her like, what the hell? What's going on now? We found the dude that was attacking us. It was the brother. What are you talking about? Don't say it was Adrian. It wasn't Adrian. We got proof. It was the brother. You unmasked when you unmasked him. It was the brother. She like, no, he was not doing it by himself. The brother wasn't doing it by himself. Adrian had a hand on all of this. He was really the one behind this. He was doing this. And she said, you know what? Okay. He said, all right, basically whatever. So she goes out to her house, where her and Adrian once lived. She sets out to go and find this guy. She's like, look, I'm gonna go find him, I'm gonna approach him. No, first she calls his phone. And then she said, hey, I would like to meet up, basically. He's welcoming her with open arms. He wants to meet up with her. He's happy to hear from Cecilia. She says, okay. She's okay, I'll come. She goes and meets up with him. And basically at this meetup, she's trying to get him to confess that he was the one behind all of this and it wasn't his brother acting alone. She wants him to confess and she wants to record it on she has a microphone on her hidden. So where Aldous Hodge's character, James, I'm sorry, I didn't reveal this. James is a police officer. And James is listening to the conversation, he's listening to the conversation that Cecilia is trying to persuade or influence Adrian to admit that he was the one doing everything, right? But Adrian's smart. He doesn't do it. So she's like, man, what the hell? And then, but in the end, and when he's talking to her, when she's about to go to the restroom, he says, something about surprise. And surprise was the text messages that she was getting on his phone. When she found out, she would call Adrian's phone when she was suspecting that Adrian was invisible. This is before she officially knew she wasn't crazy. But when she was first suspecting that Adrian was stalking her and being invisible, she called his phone. She found the phone. It was saying somebody takes the phone. Adrian takes the phone and says surprise. And when she meets with Adrian face to face and she sees him, she hears him say surprise to her. She knows, damn, I knew I wasn't crazy. This dude was acting along with his brother. He was the mastermind behind this whole thing. So what she does is, this is the craziest part that flipped me out. When she goes and puts the suit on, she gets the suit. I guess she had the suit that the brother had the whole time. When she unmasked the brother and had this, she took his suit. I don't know, or she went in the house and got an extra suit or something. I don't know. No, she had a suit, I believe. When she went back to the house the first time to try to show her sister proof of everything. So she goes and puts on the suit and kills Adrian and makes it look like Adrian did it himself. And makes it look like Adrian committed suicide. She has the cameras turned on Adrian so where it could look like he committed suicide himself. And she leaves. She has the cameras pointed away from her so nobody can see her. And she leaves. She leaves out with James, and James looking at her like, God damn, you's a cold-blooded killer, man. You didn't ever come over here to try to get him to confess. You wanted to kill this dude to make him pay for what he did. And to be honest, y'all, as gruesome as it was, I can't be mad at her at all. Because that man killed her sister, trying to make her life a living hell. It's just so suspenseful, y'all. Like when I found out the brother was in the house trying to harm the little girl and kill James, I was like, oh, this is the brother? But then I'm looking like Adrian can't be innocent. He's manipulative. He's a psychopath. He's the only one able to make this technology to be invisible. He had to do this. He had to do this. And he was doing it the whole time. And I was just like, Elizabeth Moss's character had enough. She grew. She said, listen, if I gotta turn into the bad guy to get this dude out of here, because the police not gonna believe me that he wasn't a victim. The police looking at Adrian like he was a victim instead of looking at him like he was the culprit the whole time. So she like, no, this dude was the culprit. The police not gonna believe me. James probably not gonna believe me. My homeboy James think I'm crazy. He think I'm tripping, I'm overreacting, or I'm reaching on this. She said I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, and she got him out of there. And again, and this movie is so thrilling and suspenseful. When she throws the paint on Adrian's character to try to make him to show that to reveal himself with the paint, I was like, damn, that was, I mean, we saw that in the trailer, but I'm like, damn, like that was definitely a smart move on her part. Or when she put the coffee grounds on the floor to try to get so she can see his footprints and everything. Or when she was at the house and she was waiting for the carpet, she can see the feet pressing down on the carpet to see where he was and everything. It was smart, and she had everything well played. And as the film went on, she became stronger as a character. But again, we started to feel so bad for her because the dude was trying to ruin her life, sabotage her job opportunities, sabotage her relationship with her sister, her relationship with James, harm the girl, killed her sister. Like when the knife came to the sister's neck and slit the throat at the table, like that was gruesome as hell. Like I was sitting there, I'm holding my lady hand, like what the hell? Get up out of here! Like this man really just offed her sister. I couldn't believe it, man. And I really want to check it. What do y'all think? Did y'all think Adrian did it? For real? I believe Adrian was doing all of this. And the ending had me puzzled. Like, I believe Adrian was the one doing all of this, man. Like, and Elizabeth Moss character, she had it all right. She had it figured out completely. I don't think she was tripping. Now, y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know what's going on, man. But this movie is great, and I want to let everybody know y'all need to see this. Everybody needs to see this immediately or immediately. Let me stop being silly. Y'all need to go see this ASAP because, like for real, I thought it was done great. I thought it was just like, it's super suspenseful. And again, to make you feel for her character, I really felt for her because I'm thinking everybody's looking at her like she's nutty, she's crazy, she don't know what she's talking about, she's out of her damn mind, and nobody's believing nothing that she's saying because you cannot prove an invisible person to be there if you can't see him. Nobody can show proof of an invisible person. It's hard to do that. And every time she would see him, every time he would reveal himself she could get the costume to show, either nobody was around or the people that were around, as soon as he saw that they noticed he had the costume on, he would immediately kill them. So nobody was there to vouch for her. And I was feeling so bad because I'm like, damn, James thinking she out here busting or stealing off his daughter. That damn punch was hard as hell how he hit that little girl. Like I was like, come on, fam. No, you ain't have to hit her like that now. You ain't have to do her like that. But like, I think everybody should check this film out, man. I was sleeping on this film a lot. And maybe y'all think I'm over exaggerating. Maybe y'all thinking it wasn't that good. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But in my opinion, I thought the film was done greatly. I thought it was excellent. And I'm going to give this film an A, man. I'm going to give this film a 10 out of 10, man. Or what, a 9.5 out of 10? I don't know. Like, I thought it was done great, man. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I don't know how to score or grade movies. But I was not expecting that at all. Like I wasn't expecting that, man. And again, the scariest things in this world are things we cannot see. And that, like, just when they were showing them little empty rooms and empty spaces, you just waiting for like something to jump out, but you like, you know, you're not gonna be able to see it. But the thrill of the suspense of something attacking this woman, and she's helpless because she don't know where this person is. She's trying her best to fight him off, and she can't really fight him off. You saw James, Aldous Hodges' character, struggling with it as well. But this film is great. Check it out. Elizabeth Moss did her damn thing. Aldous Hodge did his thing, and it's dope. Check it out.